Pastor Elizabeth Mokoro is among of those who have been banned from preaching in SDA Church, that is Seventh-day Adventist Church of Kenya Coastfield. She is not authorized from now to preach in any SDA church, and this is how the letter stated. Now, it was dated for the July 2024 about the church pastors and leader church members of all KCF churches. Dear brethren, read unauthorized speakers, great Christian greetings. This is how it is stated. Reference is hereby made on the above subject matter. We wish to inform you all that the below named personnel are not authorized to conduct any kind of church service within the outside our territory. Action 20 Exon and dash 0055. The first pastor that was banned is Pastor Kenneth Maina, Evangelist Shaban Dege, Evangelist Millicent Odhiambo, Pastor Elizabeth Mokoro, and Evangelist Ladena. These are the pastors that have been banned from preaching in any Seventh-day Adventist church. Not briefly, kindly take note that this is an adoption of the East Kenya Union Conference action the above mentioned not to serve as stated. It is our hope that the above communication will be adhered to. So, Pastor Elizabeth Mokoro has been very vocal, especially when it comes to families, and we have seen her very much talking about how to have good family and how the husband should really live together with the wife.
We had indicated that if you want to win spiritual warfare, you do not fight in the physical realm. Strive to penetrate to the realm of the spirit. That is where we fight. And why am I saying that? Someone could be thinking, why? Because we said God is spirit. The devil is a spirit. Angels, both holy and rebellious ones, are all spirits. They operate in the realm of the spirit. Feel at the feet of Jesus. It is your Father's house. This is nobody's house. This is your Father's house. And in His presence we can. May the Lord bless us. Before the crown comes the cross. And we have been able to establish that bearing the cross, one, requires true conversion, and that becomes the foundation of all your dealings. If you're not firmly grounded in the Lord, you will be misguided, misdirected, misadvised. One of those things that is key in winning a spiritual warfare, one factor, is who surrounds you. Who are your friends? Because your friends will influence the kind of decision you want to make. And so when you're solidly grounded in the Lord, then it means you will gauge every other thing that comes against the truth that you know and the relationship you have with who? With God. And we are introduced to Job as one man who has a very close relationship with God. And God is proud of him as a man who's blameless and righteous. And then we say that bearing the cross requires contentment. it's not every time we suffer, there is a mistake we have done. At times, what we are going through is simply because God is proud of you. And so whatever comes your way, Paul says, I have learned to abound and to suffer need. Which verse is that? Let me begin by saying that our educational institutions today have turned out to be hotbeds of iniquity. And the devil is plucking our children from us like you'd want to pluck fruits from the tree. From preparatory level to elementary to high school to college levels, you can tell how desperate the devil is. Among the many things he controls in this world, I can assure you he is in full control of the education system. Institutions have become dens of drunkenness. And a mother would cry, my son went in, by the time he got to year 2, he dropped out due to drinking. Drinks to death. Drug addiction. Satanism. All forms of sexual immorality, including fornication, masturbation, pornography, homosexuality, incest, bisexuality. There's even transgenderism today. Now, we used to think that these things were of the West. Anytime we saw a president from the US come, the one message we have is that this country, we are not allowing any law on homosexuality. It is not in your power to allow or not allow, because sin does not respect boundaries. Unless you're saying the devil is just in the West. That guy is here with all his agents. And it has caught up with us. Prostitution, rape, lust, talk of murder, robbery. That is what we see in our institutions.
I don't know what has happened for her to lead to this ban. But if you listen some clips that I've put here, if you listen her preaching, she preached mostly, she emphasizes, she mostly called for families. And also she also tackle other things which they ensure that they bring she lived the Christ. So we are not aware what the cause of her being banned from preaching, but we have seen she has having some scandal. Earlier we heard that the police were coming to search because of some things that maybe they hand. So we are not already aware what is exactly happening, because when you see something like this on church taking action, it means there is something maybe they have not noticed of her together with these other 4 pastors. So we have not yet gotten the full information of why she has been banned from preaching in SDA church. This is Stephen, GC News.